This is E Central, and today I'm joined by a super African woman who's gone all the way from being a supermodel to establishing her face and name in Hollywood. I'm talking about the one and only Zephani Idoko. How are you today?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
Looking glamorous as always.
Thank you.
And you know, so many times I get to wonder, you were born and bred right here in Lagos. Now you live in New York, but before then, how did Lagos help your formative years? How did it inspire you, perhaps?
I'm very, very grateful actually to have been born here and spent like my first several years here, because a lot of the burdens of living in the United States as a Black person, I didn't have to think about. That's stuff that children kind of have to be saddled with from young when you grow up in the US. It's like, you need to do this, you need to, pay attention to that and all of that stuff. And I didn't have to worry about all of that. I could just be myself and find out, what I love and be around people who love me. And so, there was that aspect, there's the cultural part of things. I think that there's a certain level of know-how that that you get from being a Lagos child. And I think that that's something that's helped me through the rest of my life, absolutely. Nigerian culture, Nigerian food. There's just like a wealth of benefits that
and the ginger that comes from
yes,
Nigeria.
Yes, exactly. That vibe. Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense. And right now, if I ask you, Lagos versus New York, what would you say?
What kind of question is that? Come on now.
Hollywood versus Nollywood.
Stop it. Okay, so that's actually an interesting question, because I think there are a lot of parallels between Lagos and New York. They're very much like hustle and bustle cities. They're very much like where you go to make your dreams happen. They're very much like mega cities. Everyone's always going. So I think there are a lot of similarities there. They're both entertainment centers in their respective countries. So I think it, kind of actually makes a bit more sense to me now that I that I ended up in New York, of all the cities in the United States.
And quite interestingly, you obtained the BFA from the Arts Academy in San Francisco, California, and that was quite interesting. Quite good. Tell me about that experience. Why did you actually go into acting? Why did you seek that course? Why did you go into it?
I thought that it was just curiosity. But as time has gone by, I realized that there were moments in my life that were kind of building up to that, even though I didn't know it at the time. I've always been really into film and TV. You may not believe this, but I'm an introverted personality. So I kind of spend a lot of time with myself to like recharge after all of the things. And most of the time my chosen method is watching films and, watching TV shows. And that was way before I even knew that I wanted to be an actor. I did a small role in Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat, the musical, when I was in secondary school, and all of that. I didn't know that this is what I wanted to do, but when I enrolled at the academy, I basically was like, I'm curious about this. I want to see what happens if I just take all these talents I have and mesh them, and where does that go? And I was fully prepared to kind of dip out after the first semester if it didn't, whatever, and go back to traditional academia, because I got good grades. So I would have been good.
I see.
With business or economics or any of that stuff. But yeah, it was very, very briefly
and you've played very nice roles, I would say. I know of you playing Abina in The Unsettling. That was quite prolific. But I'm sure that role didn't come without challenges. What were the challenges you faced?
So it was my first lead role in a movie. It was pretty, I was pretty fresh out of university at the time. And basically it's this very character-driven horror film, and there's a lot that's going on beneath the surface, mentally, emotionally for Abina and for her husband as well. And there was just a lot, resting on my shoulders as the actor, with that particular script. And it was quite the challenge, but it was also a really good test, because, I kind of was able to I was able to create this character and connect with her and to show up and just do it like every day through the entire process, and to have it like, you know, to have the director be happy with the work, and, you know, to watch it and be like, oh, I enjoy this. Yeah. And I'm a horror film fan as well, so it was fulfilling in that way. Nice. Yeah.
What do we expect from you? Zephani, the past, let's say next 10 years, 15 years, where would it be? Probably become a producer, right, in movies?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I think I don't see myself. No, I have thought about it, but I don't see myself. I think that it could be a multi-hyphenate thing. I don't see myself leaving acting to become a producer. Okay. I can see a merge happening. I can see exec producing a project that I star in. Yeah. And, you know, exec producing other projects, even if I'm not involved, but I don't see myself stepping away from acting in order to do that. But yeah, next 10, 15 years, we're gonna be big, baby.
I see.
Growth, loads of growth.
And away from the whole movies, who is Zephani? I mean, what do you do outside movies? Family,
outside of work,
hustle, you know?
Yeah, work is hustle. Oh. Being an actor is the hustlest of hustles. Like it is insane working in this industry, and so I definitely need my downtime to relax and recoup and all of that. And so I travel a lot, usually with my husband or with my family, my mom and siblings. And we just like love to see the world and adventure and like, you know, all of that stuff. So I really enjoy doing that outside of, you know, the craziness of my work.
Yeah. And finally, I'm very sure that there are a whole lot of ladies, African ladies, who really look up to you. Talk to them. Tell them something.
Hey, you know, I mean, if we're talking about people who like want to do this, I'd say like go out and do it, and most importantly, make sure that you love it, because if you are not absolutely passionate about this, it's like very hard to keep doing it, because there are a lot of challenges. So make sure that you love it and you're passionate about it. And the next thing I would say is study, train. It's not enough to be talented, to have, you know, to have actual training as well. It helps you to build a skill set that will come in handy at the times when your talent isn't cutting it. So yeah, love it, train, go do it.
And maybe finally, like we would say, while you were talking, you talked about doing some musicals, right?
Yes.
Does that mean you sang?
Yes.
Okay, so
don't even try to ask me to sing right now.
Right now.
No.
We're not. Just give me a little bit. Something there. I should say still there, but I'll drop it for us. Definitely, thanks for coming through right here.
Thank you for having me.
Good talks.